Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium,
Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 7, Tua being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. High High throw, but the catch is made. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Tua going to hand this to Gaskin. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Myles Gaskin, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Myles Gaskin touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Flush to his right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. on third down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. In motion, Hill. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Tua. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Tua. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action now. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now Jackson on first down. On target to his man, Likely. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage he expected to draw to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shot of confidence for everyone on the offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go. 53. Watch out now. 52. Black shot.
In motion, Hill. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 82 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action with Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's not just the offensive linemen and the guys charged with protecting him that take it personally. When the franchise quarterback is dropped on the ground, it runs through the whole organization from the owner all the way down.
It's like every single time he goes down, everyone holds their breath.
Not only do they hold their breath, but they feel the hit as well. They're just trying to think of ways for it not to happen again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how I just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they can do. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Forcing the incomplete pass on 4th down and then roughing the passer.
Your offense was ready to roll, ready to get out on the field and take over. Instead, self-inflicted. Now they have to stay on the field and play.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's a happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start here with Gaskin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They hand it off to Mostert. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Just showed us a pretty good football IQ there. Didn't have anyone open. Did have a receiver in the area. Didn't want to take the sack, just wanted to get rid of it, and successfully did so.
Does open himself to a pretty good shot taken there at the end, but you're right. Good job getting rid of it. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
After the interception, here's Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. After the sack on first down, Jackson forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Play action. Now Jackson. The tally there, minus 8 yards. Leads to fourth down as well. The Ravens send their punter out now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Shot, 17.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
Here's a toss right side for Gaskin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tanner Conner, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 7. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
They'll run right side with Mostert, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. In motion right is Wilson. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. Credit Patrick Queen. He was the man who knocked that ball away.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
To throw is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. Now it's Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, his second sack of the night.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. In motion, Hill. 2 and now on first down. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Nice job there of avoiding the pressure, but it's still coming at him pretty strong. He did all he could just to get rid of the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Jackson will throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Ready, set. 50. What's that now? 50 series.
A give right side, Gaskin.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. In motion, Hill. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Flushed out right.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. To try again after the sack, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. And the tight end goes in motion left. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. One last shot for Jackson. On the move to his left. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Cousins gives way to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On second down, it's Cook again. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action, Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Myles Gaskin.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards the pickup there.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. On second down, Cook. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. On third down, Cousins.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. After the turnover, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. We'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. In motion left goes a tight end. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Out to his left.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now. They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On second down, Mostert.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here we go. 45. Right. Striker. 3-3.
In motion, Hill. On third down, here comes Mostert. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Running on first down with Gaskin.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Looking to pass. Tua. He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings back out there. And he'll be looking to snap a pretty unwelcome start to this ball game. Interceptions on his first 3 drives. They look to turn things around here as they start with a first down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Nick Needham picks it off.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Tua. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Working with his 2nd and 4. Throwing is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. To throw, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Under pressure, they got him again. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 5. In motion, Hill. Second and 5 now. Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Steps away to his left. Lets it fly for Thielen. It got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Apologies to coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. In motion, Hill. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll hit Mostert again here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Here's a toss right side for Gaskin.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
45, white. Blaster, 6. Yellow.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Tua sets up to pass it. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Cousins to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
In motion, the tight end. Now Cousins on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tua now on 1st down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, they'll run it with bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
On Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
A first down throw for Cousins.
This ball complete to Rager.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. From the gun, here's Cousins.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
77 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Throwing, Cousins. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action now. Cousins being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Minnesota. 56 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout.
Steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Again, it's Cousins. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. Forced out to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold.
Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
It was a Caleb Evans in on the stop. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Second and 9 now from the 21. They'll send a receiver in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you...
Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's a special prime time edition of the NBA.
here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
45, 21, 58.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Well, that sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long.
Tuesday. Check. 22.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful and you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called?
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. 1st down, they stay with Moss on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
20. 21. He's coming. We got double up. Hey, express.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They run once more with Taylor.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
45. Mike, 45. Watch the run. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We're scoreless after 1.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
In motion, Hill.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ready. Left. 95.
2nd down, Gaskin.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
1st and goal at the 1. Mostert.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
29 is the mic. Hey, Sam. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. 29 is the mic. Mike 29. Give up the ball. 29.
Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
45, Mike, 45. Let's go.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 10.
45. Mike, 45. Jim. Hey, 59, ready.
Left side, he finds Pierce. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
It's our time. It's our time. 45 is the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
It's going to be a long...
On 3rd down, Ryan. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, Tagovailoa.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
45, Mike, 45.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
After the sack on first down, Ryan.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. In motion comes the tight end left.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They turn to Taylor on fourth. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So an interesting decision at this stage of the game to go for it. Do you think maybe that missed field goal earlier had anything to do with it?
If it did, I'm really surprised because usually one miss is not enough to alter your game plan. My only thought is maybe he got hurt, or maybe they just understand that it's not his day for some other reason we don't know right now. But
a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Tua going to hand this to Gaskin. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Right.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
In motion, Hill. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. You'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. That ball caught by Campbell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He'll buy some time right. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. He finds Pierce. It's complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown Colts. Alec Pierce. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 13-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And a
a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
In motion, Hill. Two and now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, it makes them block just a little bit harder.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. In motion, Hill. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua flushed out right.
Making the catch, the running back, Raheem Mostert.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. 23 yards the pickup there.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Tua going to try and throw for it.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
On first down, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing again on second down. Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
110 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Play action, now it's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan back to the same target, Campbell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing again, Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Let's go now. 52 good. 6. Mega. That's the way. 58 Mike. 58 Mike.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
58.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. In motion, Hill. A run with Mostert up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go. 33. Yellow. 58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right there. Let's make these babies cry.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tanner Conner, 30 yards. And the Dolphins up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Offense at the line and set to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Ryan. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're